Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami.
In general, Ayurveda, Vyadhi Nivaranam is disease removed. A removal of the disease, cure of the disease, and then thereby Ayuhu, Ayur Vriddhi, the Vriddhi of Ayuhu. Ayuhu means your lifespan, longevity. Vayas means age. You can't ask anybody, what is your ayus? I don't know, only Bhagavan knows. So you can only ask, what is your vayas, what is your age? Ayuhu, lifespan. So Ayurveda means how to keep you going for a full measure. And before the prarabdha is exhausted, one doesn't die. One lives all through one's prarabdha. Minimum leftover, there will be always leftover of prarabdha, because it's very difficult to exhaust one's prarabdha, for which you have to live exactly the life as contemplated. So as by Ayurveda or whatever science, we do not know which is right. And therefore nobody knows what exactly right living is right living. How does anybody know? How does anybody know what is really edible? We eat certain things because that's what we have been eating. And we have been surviving. Therefore, in all cultures, they have been eating something, they have been surviving, therefore that is food. This nutrition is a topic about which we can discuss for ages. And there is no finality. What is nutrition? What do they know anything? Nothing they know. Today they will say one thing, then tomorrow they say another thing, then it's all just silly. They keep on adding one more vitamin. So they have got up to Z, they can go. But afterwards, after Z, what shall we do? A1, A2, they will start. So already B2 is there. Already B2, B12 is all there. And therefore, B they have gone all over. There is very little known about nutrition. They keep on reversing. First they say it's all cholesterol. All this, now this cholesterol is very good for you. Don't worry about this oil, etc. That's all, has nothing to do with all this. That problem is entirely different. They say that now it's all reversed. Safola is very good. Now they say Safola don't touch. You know that is the word. Safola is no good. You go back to your sesame oil, our gingerly oil is the best. That is good. In fact, they will come and say ghee is the best. Why? Because Veda told Ghritam vai ayuhu. They will tell, I tell you. They will tell, it is not far away, they will tell Ghritam vai ayuhu. Therefore, these fellows are all, don't believe too much about this. So, okay? Have something. We have to go by whatever is available, we go by. They don't know anything. Only good thing is, they say that we don't know much, but still they make us do whatever they think. Right. So we have been surviving, therefore it's okay. It's edible, therefore we are eating. And it doesn't look at all, when you look at that avakai from Andhra, It doesn't look edible. Even the look doesn't really convince you that it is edible. But they have been taking it, okay? and it doesn't put a hole in the intestines. That is a great thing. And therefore, what I say is edible. Therefore, so we don't know what we are eating, it's okay. We have been surviving. What people eat, by God. So the animal eater is another thing. There is nothing left out from worms onward. Some people simply, this when the rains come and certain moths come, what do you call that? That there's so many of them. Then ants, flying ants, the flying ants, and so they drop their their wings and fall down, and they pick them up and they eat them like that, like Rice Krispies, and so they keep on. They eat them. Alive they eat them. So don't ask me who eats them, who doesn't. I don't want to say anything. There are people who eat. They are our own people. Our own people means humanity. Not others, some animals eat. Rice Krispies. And so anyway, this is a physiological order. We don't know, but still, all the disorder is within the order. It's a very important thing. Therefore, when you have a stomach ache, understand Ishvara is active. Because it's all within the physiological order. You think that Swamiji, how can I think of God when I have a stomach ache? Hey, that is the right time to think of God. Because so he is eating up your intestines. And so what I say, that is the physiological order. In the form of that order is active, pranic. Pranic. This pranic, the word I am afraid to use. Prana order. The order of prana. Not enough. So Ishvara is understood. Physical order means finished, known and unknown. All galaxies included. They have recently discovered a galaxy 5 billion light years away. Do you understand what it is? 3.5 billion is good enough. And 3.5 billion itself is good enough for this mind to get boggled. And now you have to think 3.5 light years distance. What is a light year? Light travels 180,000 and odd miles per second. 180,000 miles per second. Then 1 light year distance is light travels lagatar for 1 year. Light travels 1 minute means 60 times. 1 hour means another 60 times. The figure is astronomical. Then afterwards, you give up. 1 day, then 1 year. Then 1 year means what? 1 year light travels 180,000 miles per second. Not per day or per month. 1 year. 1 year it travels. Like this, 3.5 billion years. Million years is 10 lakh. 10 million is 1 crore. And I lost nothing. And then 100 crores is 1 billion. And 300 crores, 350 crores of years. 350 crores of years light travels. What? What is the figure? They have discovered from here a galaxy that distance. That's called physical order. Yata iha tata amutra. So, one physical order, just give up. Just to say all that is known and unknown. Then I have found out a method of covering everything. Known and plus unknown. Known and unknown is all. Nobody can improve that. And therefore, so known plus unknown, that is the physical order, Ishvara. The prana includes biological and physiological order. Another critical order, which we are going to look into a little bit, what we say, the psychological order of Ishvara. Within this order alone, all our emotions. This order includes the behavior patterns of every animal. Even trees and plants have their own psychology. As they say, sensitive people, they say that. But animals have their psychology. All animal tamers are those people who study the psychology of animals. When you deal with animals, you must know the psychology of those animals. A tiger pounces on you. You can escape from a tiger. Before it pounces on you, it looks at you. You look at the tiger. Don't take the eyes away. And then before it pounces on you, 3 times it strikes the ground with its tail 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It is up in the air. You move away. Tiger will land, miss the target, land and run away. It never comes back to the missed target. That is tiger's psychology. You understand how easy it is? One fellow was walking through a forest. He got tired. And then he sat under the tree and then dozed off. He woke up, there's a tiger standing there. And he knows the psychology of the tiger. and he held the tail of the tiger. And the tiger cannot do anything now. The tiger keeps going round the tree. And this fellow also is going round the tree. Now the problem is, when will he leave the tiger? When will he leave the tiger's tail? And therefore it goes round and round the tree. He also goes round and round the tree. This is called tiger's tail. Otherwise starting ashrams. And running courses. 3.5-year courses. This is called tiger's tail. And don't start. That is the best thing. And because if you started 3-year course, 3.5-year course, you age. That's all the word. You age. And 3.5 years go away quickly because they don't get anything. But you age in the process by 7 years, 10 years. And this is what they call 3.5-year course. Really? The Acharya ages by another 10 years. And therefore, so what I say, this is called tiger's tail. You hold on to the tail. You can't give up and you can't. You go on going round and round the tree forever. That is by the way, okay? Yeah. This is exactly the feeling people who run ashrams. That is why we keep on appealing for donation. Please give, otherwise we feel we are holding the tiger's tail. And therefore, so give us some money, please, okay? Tiger's tail. Otherwise we feel, everybody tells, haven't you tiger's tail? So you're holding on tiger's tail. Then make the things happen so that nobody feels they are holding on to a tiger's tail. Really. It's unnecessary. If it is going to be useful to the people, then people should help. Because how to run? Where does the money come from? So people who come, they should support. Some people may not be able to give much. They also participate. And because they don't have much, but then people who have should give. And people who don't have should give as much as they can. Then ashrams can run. Otherwise it is tiger's tail. Understand? Puliwale. And therefore, what I say, the psychology of animals. This is all by the way. You say so many things that ought to be told in the psychology of animals. Also within the psychological order. But the psychology of animals is very simple. It doesn't have anxiety problem, it doesn't have big complex problem, it has no complex nothing. So that's why they are very happy whatever they are, wherever they are. They don't have visa problems. If they have to cross country, they cross. If they have to cross country, they cross. From Tanzania to Kenya, they come, all of them. No, they don't take visa. Birds migrate from Siberia to India. They all come in winter, they all come here. They fly, they come. No visa stations up. They all come. They don't think that you have got country, you have got visa, immigration and all these things, all humbugs. They don't have. They are living on this God-created world and they have no let or hindrance. They are all Arishtanemi. And they have no barriers. They live their lives. Their psychology is not a problem to them. Only human being psychology is a problem to a human being. Why? Because he is given freedom. Freedom what? To correct all the nuisance, to correct all notions, correct all mistakes. And why he comes a mistake? Because he starts with ignorance. Why he starts with ignorance? Because he can't start with knowledge. Why he doesn't start with knowledge? If knowledge is there, he won't be born here. And that means he is ignorant. He is not only ignorant of the self, he is ignorant of everything else. He has to pick up everything. So why he is not given the knowledge? If he has got the knowledge, he will remember all the past lives. Why should he not remember the past lives? Even one life he remembers and suffers. With unconscious, subconscious, conscious, all gadabod is there in psychological order. If he remembers the past life, he will have too many mothers. Then he has to call this one mom, that one as mom. And then the other one mom. Then another one also is there, mom. Well, somewhere you have to draw the line. Then who is the mom? Mom was Karadi. And so therefore, so this is all silly. This is how it should be. Once you are given the freedom, you have got the responsibility to correct all the mistakes. And the very fact that we have all these anxieties and things like that, so shows that we need to really look into ourselves and put the house in order. Why the house is in disorder? Because it is not well kept, it is ill-kept. And similarly, why the house is not in order? Because it's not looked into. Some of you have looked into, but it's not properly looked into. And what is properly looked into? Look into it as the order is. Ishvara's order, how does it work? You have to understand how does it work. Otherwise you will move in circles. And therefore, this critical order, psychological order, which is a manifestation of Ishvara, and Ishvara is manifest in your anxiety, in your fear, in your jealousies, in your hatred, in your depression. Ishvara is manifest. And these are not acceptable Ishvara. That is true. There is some acceptable Ishvara. And there are a lot of unacceptable Ishvara manifest in the form of plants and animals too. Means not correct for you, that's all. They are there out. And similarly here, it's not unacceptable, but you can make it acceptable. You can look into all this. In fact, they are leading you to Ishvara understanding better. If this is not there, nobody will take to Ishvara. Until one goes to Ishvara, one cannot rest content. Because one is Ishvara, really speaking. Therefore, all these take you to Ishvara. Once you are a human being born, then you are led to Ishvara. Till then, you cannot rest content. That's why Vedanta is the thing. Is the thing. There is nothing like Vedanta, there is nothing that really addresses the issue that takes you to Ishvara. Everything else keeps you away from Ishvara. Already you are Ishvara, you are connected to Ishvara, then they are keeping Ishvara away by a doctrine of indoctrinating ideology, theology. Because unless they indoctrinate, the theology doesn't exist. They have to indoctrinate so that the theology has got some roots somewhere. Create fear. Fear of hell, fear of devil, doubts of the devil. Like this you program, it's an indoctrination program. Therefore, it's a very important manifestation of Ishvara. We will look into it further.
Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami.
भारत देश हिताय कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां